really did as we look at the course, and here we are, back to the M shape. We love this one. Spectators love it because you're going out the break so many times. Out on the ski, both sides, back on the board, both sides, and then out, swim back into the shore, around, back out again. That's 12 times in and out of the break. A lot can happen.
So we're on the start line here. Liz Plumer's the one to catch after winning the last race here at Newcastle. It was all about Courtney Hancock in the west, and we're underway.
Surely we've got to see Brodie Moyer come through at some stage in one of these races too here. She's too good to be held back for too long. As we see on board there with Courtney Hancock is held back. In the break, getting on that last moment. Whoa, stuck trying to get the paddle on the side, and that's Harriet Brown on her right as well. And two training partners stuck there in the shore break. Not a good start on M-shape, but plenty of time for these two to catch up.
As we're on board here with Amy Nerthen, who's punching her way out through the surf. You can see how much water's moving and sucking down towards those rocks and those waves breaking out the back on that outside sandbar.
And this southerly really blustering in from the right-hand side or the southern side, keeping those chops really hitting these girls, making it hard on the ski. Getting pretty close here on board with Hannah Minogue as she punches into that one, and that would have hit her right in the chest and stopped her for a moment.
What a great shot that was, to see how high those skis go up and in the air and through and over those waves.
So there we see those leaders, Devon Halligan, Elise Bennett, off to a great start, and Crystal Smith, we expect that from her to be sitting there. They'll be shortening their strokes up now as they punch into this wind, and these short chops, no big long ones, just short, sharp ones to keep going.
Devon Halligan, a huge talent. Of course, her father was the best goal kicker, or one of the best goal kickers the game of rugby league has ever seen, Darryl, and she's got a lot of talent.
And he was a bit of an Iceman to seal a lot of games, wasn't he? There she goes a little bit sideways, just as you talk about her. Devon is a real potential superstar of the sport. Probably just needs that little bit of belief as she goes on a bit further, because she really is a special talent and a great young girl too.
Talk about belief. What about the look in Liz Plumer's eyes?
See her just come charging through the field there. That was a great shot as well. It's good to see Elise Bennett out in front. She's been paddling really well on the ski today. It's Courtney Hancock struggling with the elements here. She's sideways.
And doing a great job of sitting up.
Hanging on, oh, hang on.
She's stayed on. Good job.
Holding a ski, that's the crucial thing. If you are going to come off that wave, you need to hang on to your ski.
As Moore goes sideways at the back, there's Brodie Moyer. I've put the kiss of death on her a bit earlier. She's knocked back. And not expect to see that of her, but we have a lot this season already.
And again, this is the tough part, you know, running around this inshore flag area with your ski into that wind. That is tough work. Very hard for those girls. And it's tough on this shore break again.
Bonnie Hancock just went around as we see her sister way back there, Courtney, back in an unfamiliar position for her. Tim, does that look as ugly as it does, you know, to you as it does to me?
Oh, it looks tough, and it looks very breezy, as we see on board with Bennett, who's upside down there. Goodness gracious me. You mentioned it before, how difficult it is just to sit on it, on one of these things.
Oh, no.
Sideways. Oh, she just got to loop the nose around enough. And just exactly as you're saying that, if you don't get that nose around, you get washed sideways. That's 17'6" long of sail that you sail back to the beach and you lose it. So she did a good job there, Elise Bennett.
Crystal Smith, we haven't spoken a lot about her, but she's just there or thereabouts every time.
She's so experienced, and especially when there is surf, her surfing skills are unbelievable. She's one of the best girls I've ever seen with the surfing skills, and that's showing out here today. But Hannah Minogue, she slipped up on the inside. She's a very good ski paddler, Hannah Minogue, and she's the younger sister of Josh Minogue, who's in the IronWomen Series.
Hannah Minogue from Bulleye Surf Club down on the south coast. They'll be cheering for her.
Yeah, most definitely. Again, Hannah and Josh, they're both from Thirroul, my hometown and the Mercer's hometown. So it's they love their Ironman stuff down that part of the world.
That is Wollongong area, just south of Sydney, about an hour or so, if you're not familiar with the territory. But a beautiful, beautiful part of the world.
Look at how much time and space it's taken to turn those skis around the last can in the back of that shot. Quite incredible, because the wind's literally holding them back from doing that. Here we go, Brodie Moyer back near the back of the pack. And somewhere back there is Courtney Hancock as well on the pink ski. We just saw at the top of the screen. But Hannah Minogue doing wonderful here.
That's a great shot. Really good ski paddling there. Good surf skills. She's going to hit the beach first, and that'll be great for her confidence. Obviously, her first year in the series. That's a great effort, and good to see Hannah out in front.
There she runs up the beach, and we see Devon Halligan sideways there, backpedaling, trying to get that nose pointing back to the beach. But Hannah Minogue at the moment doing a wonderful job.
Yeah, out in front, there's Liz Plumers as she comes through. Liz won the race last time, but Hannah's out in front. Forget about Danny and forget about Kylie. It is Hannah Minogue right at the moment, cheering on their heroes as Liz Plumers, on the subject of champions, is out in front. And there is Courtney Hancock. She is way back in the field. She's 12th at the moment, so if Liz Plumers can manage to win this one or get there or thereabouts, it does throw the title race, the series race, wide open.
I bet Hannah Minogue would love a snapshot of her name at the top of that little list there. Exactly right. This is race 4, round 4 of this 6-round series. And right now, if Liz stays there and Courtney stays there, this blows it wide apart. So this is pressure time right now.
Yeah, well, we saw Courtney had to fight back in the last round. She's really going to have to fight back in this one to put herself back in contention. But I definitely won't write Courtney Hancock off, that's for sure.
What does she have to do, Reece, in these conditions right now? You know Newcastle Beach. What does she have to do to get back?
Well, you have to limit your mistakes. You have to pick the right lines on the way out and limit your mistakes and keep that concentration level on at all times. As we see, Amy Nerthen turned the can and jagged a wave. And it's going to come up with the leaders. That's beautiful surfing.
Oh, and she's run right over the side of Liz there.
Oh, and Anna said, have some back.
And right back at Amy. How's this? This is a little bit of clashing as someone else rolling on the way out. Don't you love those waves when you turn the can, you get that and you have to squeeze in between someone else and go, hi, I'm here.
There's no better feeling than turning a can and getting away. You can have a rest. You can try and get that heart rate down. Crystal Smith, she's looking really good. She's mistake-free so far and picking the best lines.
That sort of argy-bargy might be a bit of an entree for later in the telecast where Tool and Eckstein go at it again.
It seems to be a bit of a flavour now. Argy-bargy is the word. You introduced it, Reece, and it's the word of this series so far.
Well, we've seen plenty of it, Trevor. So, and this shore dump and these conditions are providing that and making sure that all these competitors are staying nice and close.
That was Courtney and her sister Bonnie side by side back there going around those flags back in the pack. So Bonnie wouldn't be enjoying being back there either, but Courtney's certainly unusual for her.
Yeah, well, you see Amy Nerthen in first, Crystal Smith second, and Courtney Hancock 10th at the moment. So a slight move to up a couple of places. Let's get to Roz on the beach.
Zane, a very different format for round 4. Can you please explain it?
So we call this one the M-shaped format, and especially today, it's a really skills-based format. They're going in and out of the break, so they go through the course twice for each leg, but they're going in and out through that wave zone for each discipline up to 4 times each. So, you know, it really is all about the skills, and these conditions are extremely tricky. And I think you'll see the athletes with the most skills and experience in the ocean come through.
Zane Holmes talking with Roz Kelly, giving a bit of an indication of how this all works. Someone that knows exactly how it works is Crystal Smith, Nathan's sister, and Nathan now a father, and Crystal a very proud auntie.
She's doing an extremely good job. You know, I talked about it earlier, mistake-free. Trying to stick the cap on. She said, no thanks, throwing it on the ground. She's looking great out there. This is perfect conditions for Crystal.
On a bit of a light note, that's the 3rd time I've seen in this series Crystal Smith flick the cap away. She needs to practice the putting the cap on part one way or the other. Liz Plumers in second, Amy Nerthen. Young girl is not so young now. She's been hanging around for a little while in 3rd place, and Geordie Mercer snuck up there into 4th.
Yeah, there's Courtney Hancock making her way through the field. She has come from 12th, now in 7th position, but it's all Crystal Smith right at the moment. The girl from Cronulla, an extraordinary performer. Her and Liz Plumers so close, and they're a bit of a duo. And you've got Courtney Hancock. So there's a good story in the men's and a good story here.
Yeah, and that was Bonnie Hancock dropping back there too, looking a little bit heavy. Her sister's gone straight past her. One's moved forward, one's moved back in the field. But here we see the waves going sideways all over the place. Look at that wave move right across underneath and no chance.
It's amazing how much water is moving at this time. And that, again, Crystal's taking full advantage of the surf out there. She's just getting little runs on the top of it. And here she goes. She's picked up a wave. That's great surfing. And a few others have picked some waves up out the back.
One of the senior competitors here, and she just is so fit, Crystal Smith. How does she do it? Watch what we're seeing here. That's Courtney Hancock on the right-hand side. She was back to 12th, came into 7th. Look at her now.
Yeah, she's chosen to run out on that right-hand side and picked up the rip where all the water's moving around the bank, and Crystal Smith is stuck. Courtney Hancock, Reece, she's hit this first can first.
That's unbelievable. I know I've been harping on about how good she's swimming this year, but that's unbelievable, that swim leg. To pick that rip and hit that can first, that is awesome. But there's a few waves coming through with a few back markers coming in on this wave.
Given a little chance to catch up, but Courtney just the lady of the moment here, and she's done well to ride the back of that wave for a little while too. Look how she kept her head down, rode it out for a little while. That was a fantastic swim leg. And is she going to get picked up from behind? Here we go. Liz Plumers has come in. This is our great rivalry in the women's. It's getting closer here in this race too.
It's awesome. The skill level from these girls has just been tremendous. And again, that little body surfing, that's awesome. That's so hard to do.
There's Courtney Hancock, got the number 1 on the Cossies, and she's in number 1 position right now. 12th, 10th, 7th, top. Courtney Hancock first, Liz Plumers second, and in third place, Rebecca Creedy.
What you don't see there is the little glow she's got on the inside, because she just runs around knowing, I did that, I pulled myself back into the lead. All that extra energy that comes now with Hope is going to be on the ski with her. So look out for Courtney here to do a really good job in this race. But of course, Liz Plumers won't want to see her get away from her.
Definitely not. And it's good to see Rebecca Creedy up there. Rebecca, she's been consistent, but she's probably a lot better than what her performances have shown this year. So it's good to see Rebecca Creedy up there. We're on board with Beck now. She'll be strong.
And Crystal, who was looking so fit in that package before, is just getting caught up on the surf skills on the edge at the moment. That shore break will get anybody.
Courtney Hancock, the pink with the gold glitter, the superstar of this sport for females. And there's Liz Plumers.
Liz has come up on her outside. She's taken the left avenue out and got that rip where Courtney's got a little bit held up. And Liz has brought this back to another. It doesn't look like a two-horse race at the moment because Rebecca Creedy's right there. But we're used to seeing these two having a stoush too.
Well, they've been at it the first few rounds, hammer and tongs. And we see Maddie Dunn's. Maddie Dunn's come off. Rebecca Creedy's, she's going sideways as well. We see Courtney Hancock pull off the back of that wave.
Courtney's pulled a safety job there. She's backed off. As you see Rebecca Creedy come up behind, that could have been one of the skis in the back, but she didn't get it. And she's brought it straight, so she doesn't want to gamble with losing the ski.
Courtney struggled a little bit at Newcastle with the ski. She's really been having some battles with it, so she'll just want to get in safe. But Liz Plumers, she's doing a nice job out in front.
Yeah, Liz is in cruise control, the winner of the last race here in Newcastle, and she's just behind Courtney in the standings.
I wonder if Courtney's tightened up a little bit with that big lead in the series and everything else. If she's trying to not be a normal free self, as we see Geordie Mercer, nose ploughs in, goes sideways, rolls off that wrong side that we talk about. If that was a bigger wave, that would take the ski away, but she's managed to hold on to it as they go back out. What do you reckon, Reece? Do you reckon she could be feeling the pinch or tightening up a bit and just trying to lock it away?
Yeah, well, pressure does that sometimes, Trevor. It can do funny things, but look, she's fighting her way through this and she's staying strong and she's hanging in there. But Liz Plumers, again, has got out pretty clean there. And Courtney, again, on the inside. And they're battling it out here.
Yeah, it's those three names again. Liz Plumers, Courtney Hancock and Crystal Smith.
One thing that really showed through early in the year, in the season, in the Coolangatta Gold was how good Liz Plumers is going on the ski, and we've seen it all season so far. She's absolutely flying on the ski. So look for her to make even a bit more of a move here and try and get a wave on her own. And she'll certainly be wanting that at this stage of the race.
See young Maddie Dunn again struggling. It's hard for some of these younger girls to hold on to these skis.
She goes sideways there. That's how impressive it is. She's done that a couple of times, yet she's still right in the front pack. So she's paddling sensationally, but a little bit of experience there. She rolls in and dips in on the inside. Doesn't lose the ski this time, though.
As Liz Plumers just cruises into the beach.
Rebecca Creedy coming off on that side, done a pretty good job.
What's going on here? That's Bonnie Hancock.
Oh, no.
She's visibly upset, isn't she?
Oh, has she been hit? She hasn't looked good today. Let's have a look. She's on the ski. No, she's distressed.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking when you see things like that. She's extremely upset.
Rebecca Creedy looking supremely fit. Oh, a little mini disaster there, but then she manages to grab it. But in second place at the moment is Rebecca. Liz Plumers out in front. Crystal Smith third and Courtney Hancock. There she is, Courtney, in fourth position, and she's leading the way. It's a A very different story to her sister Bonnie. Now, Bonnie's had her dramas. Let's find out what the latest is with Ros Kelly.
I've just spoken to Bonnie, who is incredibly upset and quite shaken. She says that she suffered with a lot of illness and chronic fatigue over the past 6 months and just didn't have the strength to continue out there, especially in these conditions. She is fine. There's no injury concerns, just very, very upset.
That's the human face of Ironman and Ironwoman racing, isn't it? They're really pushing the envelope all the time in training, and overtraining, one of the symptoms of it, looks a lot like depression as well. You really start to get down on energy and everything else. And poor Bonnie, beautiful girl, I'm sure she'll be back, but it's just been too much for her this season. It shows you just how tough this sport is.
Yeah, most definitely, and we hope Bonnie has a speedy recovery as we get back to the race, and we see Liz Plumers again turn the can, and she's got onto a nice wave here. She's looking really comfortable out here today.
It's like a tale of many tales, isn't it, at the moment? You see what's happening with Bonnie, and then you see Liz just on fire, in rhythm with the ocean and loving every moment. It really can bring up anything for you, the ocean, but Liz Plumers is mastering it at the moment.
Well, Liz had her own sabbatical last year. She didn't compete, and she's come back here. And Liz loves Newcastle. She won the last race here, and she's leading the way at the moment.
Interesting enough, she said she needed to go away too because it was just, she was too flat, she wasn't handling it. But there's Rebecca Creedy, great piece on her before, and extremely fit young lady, and what a wonderful swimmer she was as well in the pool, and she's really switched to Ironwoman racing well. Australian Ironwoman champion as well, incredible athlete there, and good to see her doing well again, Reece.
Yeah, she's a great girl back. She's got a great attitude. She'll tell you what she thinks, and she does a lot of good for the sport. So it's great to see her actually up the front and doing what she does best.
I think this is actually a field of girls that tell you what they think. These Ironwomen, I love them. They're so honest, and they have to be every day. They have to be so honest with themselves and with each other around racing and everything else. They're really, really incredible human beings. It's lovely to spend time with them and see how great their attitudes are.
My wife must have spoken to them. There's Liz Plumers out in front. She gets on a wave.
I'm staying out of that one, Reece. What do you reckon?
No comment.
Come on, boys.
Crystal Smith turning the can as we come back around. Maddie Dunn there as well. And it's really tight in those back few spots. And Courtney Hancock had made that little ski mistake. Look how far Liz Plumers is now out in front, just making the right choices and the right decisions.
And it's interesting that Maddie Dunn's still hanging in there after making a few mistakes. Maddie Dunn's still in the picture here, but Liz Plumers, she's up running and increasing that lead.
As Liz Plumers cruises, Ros is on the beach with a very proud dad.
Darren Mercer, Ironman legend. Good to see you getting stuck in here, doing all the hard work for your daughter.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty tough here. I think the guys got it a bit tougher out there. It's for me, it's more nerve-wracking handling than actually competing, so I don't do too well here, but she's going okay at the moment. She's out the back. There's a bit of a set to hit the cans now, which has made things interesting, but it's going to be a tough in and out each time. It's going to be a big race.
What sort of advice did you give her, considering these conditions? It's very windy.
I basically just got to try and stay aligned and you know, don't panic. If you get behind, there's plenty of chances to come in and out through the break to get out in front again. But look, she's doing really well at the moment. She got a fourth the last race, and you know, we're just looking for a strong, solid result today.
Must be proud.
Oh, very proud.
Makes you feel old.
Well, I had a birthday through the week, and yes, it is. Yeah.
Oh, good to see you get back out there again.
Sometimes I feel like it, but when you see these guys going around now, they go pretty quick. But you know, I still enjoy it. Love it.
The girls are coming in. I'll let you go.
Thank you.
Makes us feel a little old as well. Darren, one of the great blokes, great competitors at Trev. You went toe-to-toe with him a few times.
And I see so much of Darren and Geordie Mercer, just the look on her face and the glint in her eye, and how good a board paddler she is. She's been beating the boys right through juniors and everything else. Really outstanding talent. But back to this race, look at how incredible this little lead of Liz Plumers is. The girls are really going to have to do something special to get back onto her.
As we see Courtney Hancock.
She's missed a wave. That's the first wave she's missed.
That's unusual. She's missed that one. As you say, here's another little chance to pick this up here, but she's not getting that either. Over on the right-hand side, that will be Maddie Dunn, who's ridden a little one back next to Courtney as well.
So we're reaching an interesting time here. Not long to go. Liz Plumers is out of the water. We've just got one swim leg to go, and then we'll have the winner of this race in Newcastle. So it's Liz Plumers first, Maddie Dunn second, Crystal Smith third, and Courtney Hancock in fourth position.
Maddie Dunn, gee, she's impressive for a young girl. Beck Creedy, she's up there too. She's a renowned swimmer. She's not out of it. Amy Nerthen, she's swimming well too. So this is a great tight race. And look at the rate of Courtney Hancock. They're at it.
When you have a world-class swimmer like Beck Creedy being caught and passed by these girls, you really know how good they are. Maddie Dunn is making a massive move here on the left side. Crystal Smith over on the right. Liz Plumer's further over on the right, our current leader, but she's almost going to get caught here by Maddie Dunn. She's flying out.
That is an awesome swim. And look how tight they are.
Oh, here we are. They're almost on each other here at the can.
They go around.
Sensational little bunch up here. The top four is Courtney Hancock right behind him as well. And Beck Creedy, here's the wave.
Oh, Liz! Oh, Plumers! She's caught the wave and left them in a wake. Can you believe it? They're all together and she just kicked again.
Maddie Dunn had her hands on Liz Plumer's feet and almost ran up her back. We'll see this as she comes around. She's right behind her. Hand runs up her back. Oh,
Almost like she gave her a little push.
that's so close. That's what it comes down to in this. And look how well she's ridden this wave right into the middle of the gutter. Hats off to you, Liz Plumers.
Oh, Liz Plumers, she has not taken that smile off her face since she came to Newcastle. She strolls out of the water, wipes the hair back. There'll be a few high fives, I think, on her way around. Liz Plumers back-to-back in Newcastle. Extraordinary performance from this wonderful athlete, and it throws the whole series open, wide open. Plumers and Hancock.
Oh, so here we see Crystal Smith's going to run up in second place and hold Courtney out. Courtney might be able to get into third in front of Maddie. Let's see what happens. This is big for the series. It's going to be 2 wins for Liz Plumers and 2 for Courtney Hancock. Rebecca Creedy comes past Maddie Dunn at the finish. Oh, we're set up for a huge series here. 2 rounds to go. Look at this as Beck Creedy crosses. These girls are sensational.
And these girls are spent. Elizabeth Plume is exhausted.
Liz Plumers winning back-to-back in Newcastle, just ahead of her great mate Crystal Smith. And there's Courtney Hancock in third. Great performance by Maddie Dunn in fifth. Harriet Brown seventh. Bennett, Halligan, Bull. And another Brodie Moyer performance that she won't be happy with, finishing with Emma Dick, Hannah Minogue, Jordan Mercer, and our thoughts, of course, with Bonnie Hancock.
Well, Liz, congratulations, back-to-back wins.
Yeah, I'm really, really happy with that. Definitely a big confidence booster, but it's now time to recover and get ready for the next round.
Well, you've returned with a vengeance into the series.
Yeah, it's been really good. I mean, I felt like I raced really well over in Perth, but the results didn't come, so really happy with the last 2 rounds.
And this really fires up the championship race because you've got 2 wins and so does Courtney Hancock.
Yeah, I mean, it's a real battle now. I think Courtney, Crystal, and myself, it'll be a real battle going into the final 2 rounds.
Hungry?
Definitely.
Good luck, see ya.
Thank you.
So this is the way it looks. Courtney Hancock 72, just 4 ahead of Liz Plumers. Crystal Smith on 64.
Our point score system means that's only a place and a half as we look down. Jordan Mercer in 7th. Harriet Brown pretty consistent. Emma Dick the first year doing pretty good there too.
And a huge surprise, Brodie Moyer in 14th.